Hey, Syndicate members, Akil here. It is Monday, July 24th, just about 4 o'clock p.m. New York time. And I've got a Syndicate video for you doing a little bit of a follow-up on the pair that we looked at in yesterday's Forex market preview, the Euro Aussie. And in fact, now that I think about it, I'll probably just upload this to YouTube as well. I'll give our YouTube video viewers a bonus look inside the syndicate so you can kind of see what we do on a weekly basis. I try to shoot videos like this to our syndicate members a couple times a week, usually around this time in the afternoon. And of course, Jason Greystone has his War Room meeting each and every day at 8:30. And then throughout that gap, we're shooting trade ideas through our trade floor desktop software or desktop or website, I guess it is now. So if you're interested in the syndicate, give it a try, guys. It's only $1 for 30 days. I certainly recommend it. If you don't like it, you can just quit and all you've wasted is $1. If you do like it, I recommend signing up for the 1 year subscription. That way you save about half of your cost. But if you guys remember yesterday's Forex market preview video, we looked at a 26.18 trading opportunity here on the Euro Aussie, and you can see it worked to perfection, right? I don't mean to pat myself on the back and say I'm a great trader, but in this one particular case, this was a pretty darn good call. But, right, we're only as good as our last trade. This trade is done, and the question is, what is next? And that's what I want to look at today. So let's head over to our Euro Aussie and let's take a look at what has happened. So just to recap thing, and you can look at yesterday's video as well. We had our 26.18 opportunity up here. Price action gave us a move that looked like this: double top, lower low, lower close, retracement, and then boom, we fell down right to the level of structure that we anticipated. And a lot of traders hit me up on Twitter and Facebook this morning. A lot of very, very happy traders. So I'm glad I can help you guys out with that idea. Hopefully it was within your plan though, and you just weren't taking it to blindly follow another trader, because that eventually will end in disaster. So the question is, what next? And right now we're seeing price action retrace back up to, right, our previous level of structure. And the initial idea with this is you're probably thinking, Akil, short, this is my next opportunity to get on the short move and ride it all the way down here. I don't have the same view. And if we start on a higher time frame, we just take a look at the daily chart. Again, one of the biggest concerns I have is the fact that we put in a higher high, higher close, right? A lot of you guys see maybe some of the videos I do and you assume that I'm just this day trader that looks at the lower time frames. I jump straight to the 5-minute chart and look for trading opportunities down there. And I get comments a lot. Oh, you can't be a good day trader. You can't be a good trader only looking at the 5 or the 15-minute chart. And for you guys that think that way, just pay attention. Remember, especially if you're watching this here on YouTube, you're only getting a fraction of the trading story. You think you know everything we're doing whenever we post a video. You really don't. And unless you've been with us in the live room, or unless you've seen our War Room meetings or a syndicate video here, you don't understand the full process that we go through when breaking down a price chart and looking for trading opportunities. That's why we encourage you guys to get in and trade with us before jumping to these wild conclusions about how you think we trade, right? It just makes you look silly. But we start all of our analysis on the higher time frames, which is the daily chart. And you can see our most recent move here was a higher high, higher close, violating the previous bearish trend. And if you're brand new to the channel and this is confusing, if you're unfamiliar with how to read a trend, here's what I want you to do. Go over to our website, tradeempowered.com, right? Go to the very top. This is a good video as well, The Fundamental Myth. I rarely promote this one. This is a really good video. Click the Learn to Trade tab at the top and watch the Into the Gray training, right? The Into the Gray training lesson. That way you understand about why markets move, how to apply OODA loop theory and IPDE and stay one step ahead of the market, how to read a price chart. This is really important. And also the last trade, this is, well, a free training teaching you the 26.18, so you may want to look at that as well. But take advantage of those free workshops. If you guys remember Turning Point, just remember everything that's free doesn't always stay available forever. So take advantage of it. But we have a violation of trend here on the daily, and then we're following that up with a multi-legged pullback, a complex pullback. And I said in yesterday's video that this is a little bit tricky because yes, this can be seen as a downtrend, but we also know that sometimes pullbacks just aren't straightforward. Sometimes they are complex, and this can simply be a pullback for a bigger extension in this market. And if we go down to the 4-hour chart, there's something very interesting setting up. I apologize if you guys hear that noise in the background. My kid has a play date, and one of his friends has this very high-pitched scream that it's his defense mechanism, makes your ears bleed and whatnot. But looking here at the 4-hour chart, before I tell you, let me see if you guys can see what I'm seeing. In fact, I'm going to do a poll question. So look in the top right if you're watching this on YouTube. Syndicate members, I'm sorry you're not going to be able to do this, but look in the top right on this YouTube video and see if you can guess what I'm seeing here. All right. What I'm seeing is a potential head and shoulders pattern, right? We have our move down here. We have our retracement back up. We have our move lower. We have a retracement back up. Look left, structure leaves clues. This is the move we looked at in yesterday's video. And now we're putting in another move down to the previous level of structure, right? And if we go over here to our tools, right, we're looking at a left shoulder, all right, a head, and a right shoulder for a potential head and shoulders pattern. Now, this is a reversal pattern by nature. And it's a different type of reversal pattern, but it is a reversal pattern by nature. And if this pair is going to reverse, that would mean looking for a bullish opportunity. So something long-term that I would have on my radar is this: a potential move higher from this right shoulder, a move breaking and closing above that neckline, right? We saw this with euro dollar the other day. If you guys have been watching this Forex market preview or watching my YouTube videos religiously, right? This is why you got to stay up to date. Pay attention, guys. We continue to build on our previous ideas, but we're looking at we would look for a higher high, higher close, a move back down into that neckline, and then a chance to buy it up on the retracement playing for the extension higher. That's at least the way I trade it. So sort of the traditional way of trading head and shoulders patterns is basically a trend continuation trade. However, another way would be to trade it at the right shoulder. This way is a little bit more aggressive, but it certainly can be done. And if you are going to trade it this way, then here's how you do so, right? See what I did there? If-then thought process, right? It was funny. I took my kid today to this place called the Science Factory, this local place where it's all types of scientific stuff. Made me feel kind of bad about myself. I never had science as a kid. I didn't come up in the best education system, so didn't have the opportunity to learn a lot of things. And we watched this demonstration on robots, right? And how to program robots and whatnot. And the guy was sitting there and he was talking about coding the robot and teaching the robot to do different movements. And he talked about the if-then thought process, or the if-then syntax, I guess you could say, where he would program the robot. If I move here, then I do that. If it moves here, then I do this. If I locate color red, then I do this. And I'm sitting there like trading. In my head, of course, because, traders were these crazy wild gamblers that no one pays attention to. But it's the same thing. And this is what I talk about when I say we want to be robotic in our trading. I used to be very, very, very emotional in my trading, and we think it's a good thing at the beginning, right? We think we're good and we have this feel for the market. I can just sense, I can feel it. My neck hairs tingle when the market is supposed to give me a good move. And really, none of that is true. Yes, the better you get at trading, the more you can develop a feel, but that feel is still rules based, right? It's not a feel saying, "Ooh, I think this is going to reverse because of that." It's a feel because, well, I think this is going to reverse because if I get a double top followed by a lower low, lower close and a retest of structure, then I can expect the 2618 opportunity to occur, and I know that a 2618 opportunity completes at blank percentage of the time. So it's not a feel; it's rules based, and us just getting better at recognizing. But I used to lose so much money in the market just going off of feel, trying to catch the move, always being late instead of anticipating what the market is going to do next. And for a trader that's looking to get involved right here, it's probably going to be that type of feel. You're probably feeling like you missed out on yesterday's move. Man, Akil, I watched your video and I didn't get involved, and now I left all these pips on the table. I got to make that money back. And then you look at this, oh, this is a retracement. This is kind of what Akil talked about, right? I should just sell it right now. You have no idea what your risk reward is. You have no idea if you have the edge in this scenario, and you end up wasting money or losing money. Because you're going off a feel. You got to be patient. Wait for the next move. There will always be a next move. You just don't want to blow your account before that next move comes. So if you are looking involved, that's a rant. I'm sorry. I have no idea how that started. I have no idea where I was going with it, but it happened. You guys tend to like it. So boom, you got it. Right? So if you are a trader that's looking to get involved at the right shoulder here, right? How do you think you can get involved? Come on. We talked about it yesterday. It's the same thing. Just flip it upside down, right? Another 26.18 opportunity, right? Price action came down to these lows. We created a double bottom. We created a higher high, higher close right here. If price action comes back, right, you may have the opportunity for another 26.18 opportunity and a chance to trade it higher. Now, I'm not saying trade it higher for the full extension. I think that's a little bit too aggressive, at least for how I trade personally. If you're that trader that left a comment that said, Akil, we need to shoot for 1,000 pips on every trade because that is the only way to be successful, then you can go for it. I'd rather keep a very limited risk, and I have no problem taking 50 pips at a time out the market, but I'm wrong, of course, because YouTube trading trolls are always right. So, don't listen to me, guys. But I think a retest of I would trade it the traditional sense of the 26.18. I'm just having some fun, guys. I can care less about what these people say under YouTube. It just makes me chuckle. But I would look for a retest of previous structure here. If you're a trader that's using extended targets or multiple positions, then I would look to take your second position off at an extension higher instead of just betting the whole basket on this thing following through. Because I'll tell you what, if it follows all the way through, nice, right? You made a little bit of money right here. You made a little bit of money right here. However, if we do end up going into a consolidation period, and Aussie has some very powerful news coming out tomorrow night. Let me just give you guys see what that is real quick. I think it's monetary policy, something of the sort. We've got the RBA governor speaking. We got some CPI coming out as well. Really late night at Aussie, 9:30 p.m. New York time and 11:05 p.m. during some very thin markets, which typically create some volatility. So you want to be careful. But I think it's much safer to take, if the market does come up here, you get a little bit of profit here, you get a little bit of profit there, you're out of the trade. Maybe you don't catch a full move up to there, but that's fine based on the way I trade. But I would much rather do that than look to take everything. Let's try to move this. Look to take everything off the table up here, because that way, if the market does this, if the market comes up and then we just consolidate, well, you just had a good trade and you didn't benefit from it at all. So, it's up to you. Refer to your trading plan, of course. If you don't have a trading plan, you shouldn't be trading this in the first place. But that's sort of the thing. One of the things we work on traders with on our training course is kind of trading the smart way, right? Not falling for the hype, not falling for all the gold watches and fancy cars and private jet stuff you see on the internet about hitting these home run trades every time. We want you to be consistently profitable, meaning it may not be glorious, right? You may not be bringing in your 100% return every week like some of these other clowns are claiming to do on the internet. But you'll have a slow, steady, consistent return. And if you ask any professional trader, that is the goal, right? Slow, steady, consistent return with minimum drawdown. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Syndicate members, I know you did. That's why you're here. Again, if you guys aren't in the Syndicate, make sure you check it out. It's $1. Just go over and click products and services. You can sign up for $1 and get started. But this is the type of stuff you're getting at least 2 times a day, or at least you're getting in the war room, and you're getting a few videos from me, depending on how the markets are behaving during the evening as well, plus access to our trade floor. So make sure you check it out. And lastly, our 100K deal is ending soon. You can see you have about 1 day to take advantage of it. So hopefully you had time to talk to the significant other over the weekend and say, hey babe, this is something I really want to do. I'm ready to commit, but I need to go from you. I know that's how I got involved. I didn't ask the significant other, but I talked to her. I said, hey, here's what I'm thinking. What do you think? I plan on starting a future with you. She's my fiance at the time. Do you think it's worth the investment? And lucky for me, she said, hey, I trust you. I believe in you. I know that when you go for something, you don't fail. If this is something, she knew I was passionate about it because I've missed plenty of date nights back testing, and or not back testing, but scrolling through charts and trying to figure stuff out. And she gave me the green light. And, that was a game-changing point in my trading career because obviously I turned out pretty well. But hopefully you had some time to think about it. Again, take advantage of it. You have a day left, 25% off. Just use the promo code 100K at your checkout. Hope you guys enjoyed this Syndicate behind the scenes look. And Syndicate members, I'll see you later on in the week. YouTube members, I probably won't be doing too much trading blogs this week. I'm going to take a little bit of a back seat. I just want to enjoy the rest of my summer. So I may shoot something once in a while, but they're not going to be as frequent as they were over the past month or so, just because, again, I need to spend time to focus on me and really put the focus on a lot of our new transformation members that just signed up over the past week. So until next time, plan your trade your plan. Take care. Good luck in these markets this week. All right, traders. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, please show us by hitting that like button and subscribing by clicking the button right below. If you're looking for more educational content, feel free to head over to our tradeempowered.com website or also take a look and you'll see more videos available for you. Have a good one.